Good evening from Huntington Beach, California on the campus of Golden West. I have a question for you. Are you ready for some volleyball? And the question's not for you, it's not for me, but it's for the men behind me as we get ready for Golden West College volleyball taking on Orange Coast in what will be key to the conference and the makeup of this season. Hi, I'm Danny Hogger, and joining me now is Michael Jenkins. Michael, what are you expecting from tonight's game?
Hi, Danny. Well, tonight should be a great game. All you wrestler fans are in store for a great matchup between Orange Coast and your Golden West wrestlers. The teams are very evenly matched today. They come in 6-2 for your Golden West wrestlers, 5-4 for Orange Coast. Should be a great rivalry game, and Golden West is looking to take down the defending champions of last year.
And you know, Michael, for a fact, whenever these two teams get together, you can throw out the record books, and tonight's game is of the utmost importance. In fact, I spoke to Coach Tim Johnson earlier on about what he expects from tonight's game and what kind of strategy the team needs to deploy. Let's hear from Coach Johnson and what he had to say earlier today. Danny Hogger here with men's coach Tim Johnson. Tim, thank you for taking a few moments to talk to us here today.
Sure.
Tim, a very big game today on this Friday evening, afternoon. What does your team need to do today? What have you told them leading up to this game?
Well, this is a very big match. It's the beginning of the season, or beginning of our conference, and our conference is pretty close right now, and Orange Coast is our rival. So even if both teams are doing good or bad, it's always a big match when we play each other. We're concentrating right now on just kind of taking care of things on our side of the net. We struggle a little bit with our serving and unforced errors, so we're concentrating on doing that a lot better tonight. And we also want to get our middles involved. We want to attack them on our offense with our middles.
That's a little bit involved about the strategy going into tonight. Can you compare and contrast this Orange Coast team a little bit with your squad?
They're always pretty good over there. I know they've been struggling a little bit. They lost to Irvine Valley last week, who we beat. Like I said, though, whenever these two teams meet, it's always a battle.
Yes. So, very important game. How are your players feeling leading up to tonight's game?
We've been waiting for these guys all week. You know, we've had a pretty good week in practice, but we're antsy. We don't even feel like doing this right now. We just want to get this match started. We want to go to battle.
Coach Johnson, thank you very much. Good luck tonight.
All right, thank you, Danny.
That's Coach Johnson on the game tonight between the Golden West Rustlers and the Orange Coast Pirates. We'll be back with more in just a minute. Week, a win last week, and really the teams just want to get out there and play tonight. They're not interested in practice. They're interested in figuring out who's going to decide this game.
Absolutely. That's the great thing about rivalry games. They don't care when and where. They just want to get it on, and that's what's going to happen in just a few moments.
And it should be a very competitive game. We're going to carry all the action right here. Michael Jenkins, Danny Hogger, we're ready for you. Let's play some volleyball, and thank you for tuning in to Golden West College Television.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
The only triple doubles you get come with fries.
Last time you blocked someone, you were online.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool.
Not cool.
Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
Welcome to Golden West Rustlers Athletics. We're joined here tonight for a great battle, which should be between the Orange Coast Pirates and your Golden West Rustlers. Danny, how do you see tonight playing out?
Tonight's going to be a closely contested battle, Michael. We saw a little bit of a sandbag action with the warm-up situation from Golden West. It was really interesting because they seemed to be the more lackluster team in the warm-ups, and when OCC arrived tonight, they just seemed to be so much more active and doing push-ups and just really more into the game. And then as we progressed, Golden West really brought the heat once OCC was back in the locker room, and I wonder if that might have been intentional, a little bit of a psych out, so they could go and watch OCC's intense practice, get a little bit of a scout going on. What do you think, Michael?
Well, Danny, I definitely got to agree with you there. You know, when you have these rivalries, you definitely don't want your opponent to know anything about your game plan and what you plan on doing to them. So a laid-back approach to set them off to maybe lower their standards of what they expect from this team tonight, but you know, rivalry games, you throw everything out of the way and expect a great battle every time.
Especially in a game with such importance when we're getting to decide who's going to be on top of the conference. This is the game that they're going to remember and look back on and said, we could have had a shot had we have won on Friday, March 9th. And we're about ready to get underway from Huntington Beach, California. I'm excited. This is going to be a very hotly contested match, I think.
Absolutely, especially with both teams coming off of sweeps of San Diego. This is an exciting game. We're just about to get underway. Golden West is going to get the ball first and serving. The ball is set in play. Orange Coast with the bump, the toss, and the kill. Oh, with the dig. And that is going to be a side out for Golden West. They get on the board first. It's 1-0 Golden West. Good thing started out early right now for us, Danny.
It was a good recovery. The bump set and spike looked to be formidable from OCC. They countered it. Little reverse help at the front of the net. Got the ball over for the point.
Got the ball over. Another bump with the fake and the dig. Wow, what a spike from number 11 from Orange Coast.
A lot of intensity brought there. He hit him right in the chest. No chance for recovery for Golden West.
Yeah, Rusty, sorry, folks. That is a great kill. Orange Coast puts the ball in play. The set's up. Oh, and blocked and denied. Austin Bagby says, not in here, folks. And Orange Coast 2 points in a row, taking the lead. Ball set in play. The ball set with the kill. Recovered. Another set for Orange Coast with the kill and the point. Dylan Emery with the spike. That's 2 spikes in a row, Danny. What do we need to do out there to slow this Orange Coast team down?
That last point was definitely a result of miscommunication. Both players looked at each other. Barry Frisley thought his teammate was going to get him to his left. No one moved for it, resulting in a loss of a point.
Sam Jurgens with the set again. Oh, Golden West with the spike right there. Sam Jurgens, who initially set the ball up, just took one right in the face.
He certainly did. That didn't feel good, but he seems to be all right. His head's in the game, and we're about to resume service.
Nice dig. Michael Ensign. And that's not going to get over there. Orange Coast slowed down finally. Golden West getting back on the board is 4-2 Orange Coast, but Golden West is now serving.
It was a fortunate break for the Rustlers because it seemed like OCC was building up momentum there. So a little net break, and we'll see if they can build up some momentum on the offensive.
There's Geronti with the serve. Orange Coast with the set and the kill. Rusty Sorry with a second kill in this game early on. That's not good signs for Golden West early. They need to do a better job of setting up the defense.
It's not. The Pirates are attacking the middle, and no one is returning the ball.
Ball back in play. Golden West with the kill, and that's a little more like it, Danny. That's what we like to see.
Jose Ulua Jr., the freshman from East Los Angeles, they're hoping he's going to be big through his career at Golden West and really helping improve this volleyball team.
And now Jose is serving. Gets the ball over. Great serve. Rusty Seri, but that's out. That's out. It is side out for Golden West, and they have made this a 4-5 game, keeping it close like we expected, Danny.
A few quality points will do a lot for your team in terms of building positive momentum.
Jose with the serve again. Orange Coast. There's with the bump set, with the fake. Sorry with the spike, but Golden West recovers nicely. Oh, what another great dig by Golden West. Orange Coast, though, a little too much to handle that little volley right there. Austin Bagby put a stamp on the end of that point, putting it 6-4, Orange Coast.
Hard-fought point there. That was Jimmy Torromeo on the top of your screen for Golden West with the push and some quality touches on that previous play. Unfortunately, unable to get the point for his team.
And Orange Coast with the block and denial, their second block of the game. Chris Van Vuren with the block. He's going to be a crucial part of that Orange Coast defense. The ball set in play. Golden West getting it back over, but blocked again. Recovered nicely, and that is going to be Golden West point. The ball went off of the back defender for Orange Coast. Danny, exciting, fast-paced action early on. It's 7-5 Orange Coast. Golden West serving now.
It's moving quickly. Golden West has been flawed in their defense of the middle of the court, but they've been strong at attacking the back end of OCC.
Van Vuren with the spike, but Golden West there to stop the ball. Setting it back. Well, that's going to be a penalty.
He touched it twice. That's going to be the penalty there.
Absolutely.
8-5 the score, OCC in favor.
Golden West with the set pass, throwing for the back, and they catch Orange Coast sleeping with their back defenders and sneak a point in there. Nicely played. They've been playing the ball to the front of the net early on here, so first time Golden West put the ball to the back.
The majority of the points that are getting quality overs for Golden West are the ones that are going further back because they're getting blocked when they go to the front.
Van Buren's going to get the point for that spike off the Golden West defender. We have a 9-6 Orange Coast lead early in game one. Michael Ensign is going to be serving for Orange Coast. But he does not get the ball over. That's Golden West point. We have it 7-9. Back and forth, back and forth. We're looking to see if Golden West can get over that hill and catch up to them.
2 of the 7 points for Golden West coming off unforced net errors of the Pirates.
Van Buren gets the point. Deep spike getting the back line, the referee says. Golden West looks like they don't agree, but nonetheless, it is 10-7 Orange Coast, and now Van Buren is serving.
Early on, I would like to see the Rustlers get the hands on more of the balls. Too many are hitting the court without an even return play.
Definitely agree, and what a great kill. Van Buren with the save. What a dig, and Sari gets the ball over. Great job by Orange Coast on defense there. But yet another kill by Golden West. This one is not answered. 8-10.
Kevin Lord, the sophomore from Los Gatos. He went to Los Gatos High School. An excellent kill there. Both teams are awake now. This game is underway. It's 10-8 OCC, but you can tell the players are vitalized and ready to go.
Barry Frisley with the serve and not going to get it over. I don't know if it's just me, Danny, but does Golden West look like they're kind of lackadaisical on their serves? It doesn't seem like there's a lot of energy getting put into their serves in general. It was very casual. With the touch set. Oh, but no. 2 Orange Coast defenders there denying yet again. That is the 4th block for Orange Coast, and we're not even halfway through the first game.
That's the 2nd time so far Aaron Girardi's been denied at the net. OCC's reading the option of the play, and they're there to block it.
Nice. I'm not sure. Oh, we got Jose Iola is called for touching the net on the defensive end. That's an automatic point and is now 13-8 with Sam Jurgens serving for Orange Coast. Ball's over. Jose jumps up, but it's a fake and a nice kill for Golden West. Weston Carico, maybe Carousel. I'm not quite sure, but nonetheless, a great spike.
Very well done.
Ball set in play. Not well, another unforced error there for Golden West. This is something the coach talked about before with you in the interview, having to limit these unforced errors and really make Orange Coast work for them.
Makes it a lot easier on your opponent if you're going ahead and allowing them points from your offensive side.
Ball off of the net. Orange Coast recovering with the set. Sari knocking the ball over. Great dig by Golden West. Oh, look at the touch pass. Orange Coast all over the place, but gets the ball over yet again. Back and forth. What a great volley going on right now. End result, Golden West gets the spike. It was blocked, but the ball stayed, hit off the net. Point, Golden West. Jose Iola Jr. serving again. We have a 10-14 Orange Coast lead.
That'll be the first point as a product of the bench. Phil Lopez, the freshman from Yorba Linda, came off the bench and drove that one home. But look, Michael, we've got another ball hitting the net. That's the 5th time, and so that's the difference in the game so far, 15-10 OCC.
You know, these are things you're going to look back. If you lose this game, you're going to be really upset with these unforced errors. Golden West looking to recover. And a great kill. Wow, number 3 yet again. Weston Carico. I'm going with Carico. That kid can slam it down. Don't leave him too much free space. 11-15, Golden West trails. Ball in play with the set. Great defense by Golden West. Van Buren with a spike, but just wide. Side out, 12-15, Golden West.
Rustlers fortunate there because it was an excellent defensive bump, so much so that he had no chance of controlling it on his own side, had to force it back over the net, and that really could have been an opportunity for the Pirates to shove it down their throat. Unable to take advantage, they make the mistake.
There's the overhead pass. Van Buren with the spike, but Golden West defense is starting to settle down. But Orange Coast defense, again with the blocks, they're all over the net, Danny.
something that's beginning to show itself is the size advantage of the Pirates. Phil Lopez, you could see there, is giving about 4 inches. So when he rises above the net, he's already got to work harder than the other players do.
That ball is out. That's going to be a side out. Oh, the referee overturns the call and says Golden West point. It was touched by an OCC defender. 13-16 in game number 1. I'm with Danny Hogger. You're watching Rustlers Athletics. This is a battle of 2 tough teams evenly matched. Set in play now. There's an overhead pass missed by Sam Jurgens. And Danny, don't look now, but it's 14-16 with Golden West mounting the comeback trail.
It's a tight game. That is what we expected. These two rivals, these rival schools in a tight conference race.
And Van Buren just explodes on that kill. Nothing really the Golden West defender could do. They're just a great shot, and sometimes you just got to respect a great play.
With the height advantage favoring OCC, with the power advantage favoring OCC, Golden West really is going to have to be executing in a technical standpoint to win this game.
And execute they do. Jimmy Toromeo with the set kill there. We have a 15-17 game. You know, Danny, we're getting closer to that 25 mark. Golden West really has to put a string of points together here to make this very interesting.
Yeah, at this point of the first game, it's the one who's going to go on the run is going to take the first game.
And usually the one who goes on the run the first game sets momentum for the second.
Very true.
And to credit Orange Coast, they have done a great job at stopping Golden West runs before they get too out of hand. 1 point here, 2 point there, but no more. No team has reeled off more than 4 points in a row, which Orange Coast did early on. Van Buren, one of the Orange Coast best players, is set right now, delivers the ball, but an unforced error for them as well. And, you know, Orange Coast has done a good job helping Golden West stay in this game with their own unforced errors, Danny.
It's definitely gone both ways in that department, and the game is close because neither team has been able to quite put together what we expect from them, which is high-quality volleyball.
Overhead pass right there with the kill. Golden West is now down just 1, 17-18. This is the time that you look for the momentum, look to make the difference right here.
We'll just ignore that little hand over the net that touched there. We'll just keep that between you and
Out of sight, out of mind, Danny. But wow, another big kill coming from Orange Coast. Dylan Emery with his 3rd big kill of the game. The height is really baffling to see the difference between the two teams. Wow, Jose Ayola Jr., hands down their best killer right there. He is their tallest defender and making the most noise for Golden West this game. There goes the bump pass. Hits the net, almost dug out by Golden West, but could not recover. It is now 18-20 Orange Coast, and they are serving as well. Danny, how does this game close out for you? How do you see it playing out in the end of game 1?
I'm still waiting for one team to go on a 3-point run or more. Some kind of a show of momentum and control.
Well, maybe that's a start of something right there. Golden West with another deep spike. That's what we've noticed. They are the ones doing the deep spiking. Probably the crisper striking I got to give to Orange Coast, but they are Golden West has done a very good job at handling the game as it comes to them. Bump pass and the kill. Orange Coast with yet again another kill. Austin Bagby, Dylan Emery, and Van Buren are the guys you're going to have to keep a look at. They are all over this game early on. 19-21 Orange Coast. The overhead pass and slam down. Phil Lopez, the bench player, has had a huge impact on this game since he's gotten in.
He's been a spark plug, and he has been the most productive rustler thus far.
Danny, we're running out of time in game 1. It is 20-21. First to 25, winner by 2. Ball in play, Orange Coast with the overhead pass, and that's going to be long. We have a tie game, Danny. 21-21, Golden West. There's going to be there's a timeout. Orange Coast takes a timeout, knowing the importance of this momentum right now. Golden West 2 in a row to make it 21-21. While we have a moment, Danny, let's break it down. What are you seeing out there that's enabled Golden West to come back?
Well, in one part, it's a bit of an over-assertion on the part of OCC. You saw the the strike there on a flying momentum run. What we've seen is short rallies, Michael. It's not like the teams are setting up for multiple approaches at each point. It's we're going to get it the first time or we're going to lose that point and we're going to get the next one. We're not seeing a lot of long volleys. So in that sense, OCC, if they would just back off the power a little bit, they'd be more effective and less making mistakes, and that would give them more of a differential as we're tied 21 each.
Well, Danny, you know when two heavyweights get combined, they're always going for the knockout, and that's how it is early on. Each team's going for the knockout early. 21-21, Golden West puts the ball in play. A great serve, but Orange Coast recovers. Nice touch pass over. The overhead pass for Golden West is denied, but he touched the net, folks. That is a point for Golden West. That makes 3 in a row that you wanted to see, Danny. Golden West is a team that gets it. The foul being on Michael Ensign, touching the net on defense. That is not allowed. Automatic point. 22-21, Golden West serving. But they can't carry the momentum, Danny. Right there's a big chance right there to get a crucial point, and yet another unforced error on the serve. That makes 6 in game 1 in a tie ball game. 22-22, Orange Coast serving. Michael Lacken with the serve. But he goes deep. Neither team really wants this game. It is now 23-22, Golden West with the ball. 2 points and you got yourself a victory, Danny. Can they do it?
What I've seen so far is there's just a lot of adrenaline and excitement running through these teams, and I'm not sure which of them can do it because they're both playing out of control.
Van Buren with a great spike again, and that's going down. We have a set point right now, 24-22, Golden West. After the slip by Van Buren, he probably would have gotten to that ball, but as he was backtracking, his foot slipped out on him. Now, Golden West 1 point away from taking game number 1 in a crucial game. In my opinion, you definitely want the momentum early on if you're taking it in a rivalry game.
And what I saw and what I asked for is a team to make a 3-point run. You noted it. It was Golden West that jumped out. And that's what we've been waiting for so far in this matchup is one team to take a little bit of a run, and that's the difference. We're up 2 points here and a chance to end the first game in favor of the Golden West Wrestlers.
Well, like we talked about, Golden West building off momentum, finished 500 last year, finished 4th in the conference, facing the defending champions. There's a lot on the line here. You have to stay composed. Let's see how much this team has grown since last year. Already 6-2, only 3 wins away from tying all of last season's win total. This is the time when you need that big play and you need to get that win right now. Don't let the game continue any further. Golden West sets the ball in play. With the bump pass for OCC, defended nicely, but that's going to get out of bounds. Point to Orange Coast. You can't be too mad if you're a Golden West fan there. Greatly defended, just a lot of power behind that spike and couldn't keep it in play.
Not much you can do there. When the ball's in the first row, you only have so much time to get to it.
And then a great deep set by Orange Coast there. The serve goes in. We are now tied 24-24, but it's not first to 25, folks. It's first to be up by 2 in this situation.
Ooh.
Oh, and that's an unforced error on the serve, back-to-back. And these are the moments we talked about. Teams needing to step up, and right now, Orange Coast really the benefactor of 2 gifts back-to-back by Golden West. Really disappointing, Danny.
And Ryan Radira, he had not made a mistake yet in this game, went down to his knees and was too early. At that angle, he couldn't get his hands under the ball to lift it, projected it forward, unable to put that ball back into play. And it's been a first game of mistakes and advantages. It's been the team that has played a cleaner game that's been taking the lead. Not necessarily an offensive flourish, but a game of control. Whichever team can maintain control, I think is going to win this first one.
All right, ball's in set. Orange Coast gets it. Golden West, nicely done, and this game is going into extras. 25-25. Jose Iola Jr. coming back in, one of the key factors in this first game right now. And let's see what Golden West can do serving the ball.
You know, Michael, if I could make a prediction here, I don't think this one's going to end until we get in the 30s.
I like the aggressiveness of your call there, Danny.
Thank you. It's what I credit myself on.
Ball in motion. We have the overhead pass for Orange Coast. Nice dig. Is it going to get over fair, though? It is not. A great attempt there by Golden West, but could not keep it in play, and now we have 26-25. Orange Coast has their best player, Van Buren, serving for the win in game number 1.
He wears those bright orange shoes, folks. He's 6'5". You got to wonder if this OCC Pirates team might have fielded a basketball team with all the size and strength they have on their roster.
Yes, Van Buren hits the net, but it's still clean. The spike, but defended, and the win goes to Orange Coast. Dylan Emery with the block, number 8 for the team in game number 1. And at the end of one, it's 27-25. Orange Coast takes the first game and draws first blood. Danny, what do you think of the game?
Tough to swallow, Michael. The Rustlers had control of that game. They made a good run, but couldn't finish it off, and they find themselves down 1-0.
Absolutely. We'll be right back with more Golden West Rustlers men's volleyball action.
Welcome home, man.
This is so cool, Dad. This is so cool, Dad.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of siblings in foster care who'll take you just as you are.
So gay.
Really?
Yeah, it's totally gay.
You know, you really shouldn't say that.
Say what?
Well, say that something's gay when you mean it's bad. It's insulting. What if every time something was bad, everybody said, "Oh, that's so girl wearing a skirt as a top"?
Oh, you are.
Those are cute jeans, though. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
Welcome back to Golden Rustlers men's volleyball action. I'm Michael Jenkin. I'm here with Danny Hogger. Danny, game number 2 just about ready to get underway. What are we looking forward to?
Well, Michael, we were here 2 hours before, and I got to catch some of the practice as well as speech to Coach Tim Johnson. And one of the things that I noticed and that I've analyzed in terms of volleyball over the years is that the more you sweat in practice, the less you bleed in battle. And I'm going to go ahead and call it back to when I was watching this Golden West team in practice. They didn't look like a team that was battling for a conference championship. They looked like a team that was about to play an exhibition. And something I noticed from OCC is they just came out firing right from the practice get-go. And now they had a chance to win that game. That's not to say they were blown out. By all means, they had the lead. They were in control. They've got to calm down. They got to execute. How about a little more volleying here in the second game? Use a little more strategy. Find the gaps that worked for success and repeat that success.
Yeah, especially when you're outsized and outmanned. This is not a game of who's more macho. You know, they have to come out and be smart, be technical, outperform this team from a fundamental standpoint. That's what they need to do to win this game. And now we're underway. Van Buren with the first set. Oh, the bump pass. Van Buren, though, with the defense there. Great job by OCC recovering. And that's a deep strike. Dylan Emery has a huge imprint already in the game's effect. He wins game 1 with a great block. Starts off game 2 with the first kill and point. That is a guy they have to put a number on. Someone's got to be out there defending him. Van Buren set to go again. He puts the ball back in play. Oh, the overhead pass denied, but that's going to be Golden West point. That ball did not stay in play. We have a 1-1 score with Golden West now about to serve, Danny. And the guy you're big on, Phil Lopez, getting ready to serve it. Ball in play, dug out. The overhead pass for Orange Coast. And what a beauty. Wow, Rusty Sari with a beautiful drop touch pass. Got both men in the air and just tips it right over them to give Orange Coast a 2-1 lead early in game number 2.
The intensity has been improved by OCC. The fans have arrived. They've commuted many people for this rivalry game.
They did, but they didn't bring enough people to stop that spike there. Wow, Aaron Girardi with a huge spike, one of the biggest spikes of the game. And Golden West letting Orange Coast know that we have fans too and we have players that can play.
It's going to be a close game. I think the teams have settled down. The coaches have had their chance to impart their wisdom. We'll see what happens.
And right on cue there, we say that they're ready to play, and another unforced error for Orange Coast, which if you're a Rutgers fan, you got to be cheering on. You're hoping that there's many more of those to follow. Ball put into play. The bump pass. Orange Coast looks like they're taking a page out of Golden West book. They're going deep ball, deep ball, deep ball to start game number 2.
And with those deep hits, they've shortened up stride, and they're not blasting them out of bounds. They're keeping them in play, Michael.
Yes, and now Dylan Emery with the serve. That looked like it was going to be deep, but Golden West saved it. And Rusty Sari getting above the net, not touching the net, and spiking it.
And when a save isn't equal to another save is when it sets up a perfect shot for your opponent.
Absolutely. That ball looked like it was clearly going out. Fundamental mistake there by Golden West. The ball set into play, and it is out. That's going to be Golden West point, 4-4. Back and forth like we expected. Really waiting to see if one team is going to assert their dominance here and show that they're the better team. We haven't seen it yet. Yes, OCC won game 1, but they definitely did not assert themselves.
Coach Johnson understands that this OCC team is going to give you opportunities. You just have to seize them.
Absolutely, and OCC has been their own worst enemy. Yet again, another forced error right there. And now we have a 5-4 score going on. Golden West looking ready to go. Ball put into play. Van Buren with the dig. The bump pass. Sari gets another point right off the bat, game 2. Rusty Sari and the rest of the front line for Orange Coast showing that they are just so much bigger and effective in the front compared to Golden West.
And something that's becoming a bit of a problem is the coverage of Golden West. Watch the spacing on the floor when they're returning the ball. They're leaving gaps wide open. OCC spotting them.
But there goes Girardi on cue. Each time we say we need something, Golden West and Girardi seem to come right back with something. This is becoming an interesting game. 6-5, Golden West. Ball set into play. The overhead pass to Van Buren, and it is denied. Golden West with their first big denial of the game. I haven't seen Van Buren even contested, let alone blocked. He looks a little discombobulated by that play. Not expecting Golden West to do that to him.
The Rustlers just let him know where they were.
But then there's another unforced error. It seems like one good play gets one negative play right after. It, 5 steps forward, 5 steps back. 7-6, Orange Coast serving now. The dig right there. We have a bump pass. He bumps it over, and a simple unforced error back-to-back. And yet again, Golden West, every time the door's open for them, they shut it on themselves.
It's a little bit disheartening. It's something that has to change if they're planning on making an impact and winning this game.
Absolutely. With the bump pass for Iola, and that ball had no chance of being denied by him. Great setup right there by Golden West, and Iola Jr. with a slamming kill. Very impressive. 8-7, Golden West. Game 2, OC wins first game. Golden West looking to recover and win the second.
The house is filling up, and the place is getting noisy, Michael.
Absolutely. You can hear the fans. Jose with a great recovery for Golden West. Just more of a slap at it, but he made it. And then Van Buren, uncharacteristically, completely missing and keeping the ball on their side. That makes 2 points in a row for Golden West. I know we talked about getting streaks together, and we talk about 3 in a row. Let's get 3. Let's see if Golden West can do it. Ball's over. Dug out by Orange Coast. The bump pass defended well by Golden West. Here's an overhead pass for Golden West. Denied, but out of play. That makes 3 points in a row for Golden West. 10-7 Golden West. Let's see if they can build on that momentum, Danny.
And here's where the Pirates have to be smart. Don't block the shot at the angle that's going to project it directly out of bounds. If you can't block it to get in bounds, step back and give your team a chance to return it.
Well, I'll one better you there, Danny. Just have Golden West have another unforced error on the serving game like they've done again, and Orange Coast gets the ball now. This is such a back-and-forth game of teams who really don't want to win, but someone has to win so far, Danny. I mean, how many times can you shoot yourself in the foot? Both teams are doing a great job at that. It's not really that the other team's beating them, it's that they're beating themselves. Ball set in play. The bump pass set up for Van Buren, and what a great spike. He's showing the height and the power that we talked about him possessing. That's why he wears the orange shoes.
I'm going to reference the orange shoes as well as the intensity of the game, which I think the players had settled down. The attendance has doubled since we started the second game, and so is the energy, and I think it's right back to where both teams are a little nervous. Everyone's antsed.
There's a great block by Orange Coast, but reset by Golden West, the overhead pass. Oh, but they cannot seal the deal. That's an out. That's a side out. And now we have an 11-10 game. Orange Coast with 2 points in a row themselves now.
Missed chance there. Jimmy Torromeo, he had an opening. He knew he had it, and he just powered that one out of bounds. There was no chance that was going to stay in play.
Now Van Buren with an unforced error again. He's come out a little rigid in the second game. Very much so the rock for that team in game one. Game two, 3 unforced errors for him early. It's only 12-10. Golden West serving. The bump pass, and that's going to drop in. Emery with yet again another kill. Emery's by far had the biggest impact in game 2 for Orange Coast. He's had a couple blocks, a few kills. Those points add up. Now, sorry about that, Danny. 12-11, Orange Coast serving, down 1. And a great kill by Golden West, going to make it 13-1. 13-11, my apologies, not 13-1. We have a barn burner here, not a burnout. Golden West serving the ball. Van Buren with the dig, overhead pass for Emery. And Emery yet again with the score. He's proved to be too big and too strong for this Golden West frontline defense so far. But I apologize, the point was given to Golden West. Golden West turning things around, up 14-11. But just like that, Rusty Sari with the kill, his 3rd of the game. It's 14-12, Orange Coast serving.
That was a heat seeker. He knew where the gap was, and he put it down there. No frills, just direct first-class service.
There you go, I love it. Call him the postal man. Ball set up, overhead pass, and there is a great kill. Phil Lopez has got the crowd energized. The fans came out. It's not Halloween, but we have people in costumes battling. We have, not only is there a great game going on, Danny, we have the crowd of Orange Coast against the crowd of Golden West. Gotta love rivalry fans.
Yeah, I don't know. We're like 10 days late, but Mardi Gras has just arrived in Huntington Beach.
The excitement is just getting underway here in game 2 of a great battle. Great dig by Phil Lopez. He is really on a roll right now. That's a touch of the net by Orange Coast. We have a 16-12 advantage for our Golden West wrestlers. Things are getting exciting. We have a timeout here. Smart call by Orange Coast. Really slow down the momentum. The crowd's getting behind Golden West. The players are playing well. Phil Lopez, what a spark plug so far, Danny.
Yes, and the chemistry is coming together. Lopez has sparked the team all night long, and I also like what I'm seeing from Aaron Girardi, along with Phil Lopez and Barry Frisley. A lot of handshakes, a lot of high fives on that play because they were working together. They were jumping cohesively in fakes and not letting OCC know, not telegraphing the position of the shots, and that has led to success in the last few minutes.
Absolutely. Golden West has had some terrific overhead passes. Their bump passes have been a little sketchy tonight, but in game 2, their overhead passes have really put Orange Coast out of position, which they need to do because with the height disadvantage, you have to get the ball away from their big blockers. And they're doing a great job right now. 16-12, Golden West looking to get 3 points in a row and put it together for them.
If you're just tuning in, it is 1 game to OCC so far. This is game 2 of a very important conference matchup.
And that ball is touched by Golden West defender. It is now making it 16-13. Orange Coast has Rusty Sari serving, looking to close the gap on Golden West.
Phil Lopez might have been looking to get a breath there. He should have gone down to his knees for that one. He threw one fist at it. Not a good enough effort, nor was that recovery.
Phil Lopez, the spark plug. You know, sometimes the bad part about those spark plugs is they try a little too much. Like I said, you got to play fundamentally sound here. Ball back in play. Golden West up 2. Overhead pass for Jose, gets rejected but recovered nicely. He gets another chance but hits it deep. That makes it 16-15. 3 straight points for Orange Coast. Will have Golden West calling timeout. This is exactly what we expected to be, Danny. 16-15, game number 2.
Yes, it's been a lot more active in the second game. We're seeing a little bit longer, an extension of the volleys. On that last play, Ryan Radira, the white jersey there on your screen, did an excellent job to keep the ball in play with one hand, but once the ball was set and passed, there was no opportunity for a shot. It was driven out of bounds. Again, the mistakes need to be reduced by the team that wants to claim a victory tonight.
I know it's cliche, Danny, but they always say the team with the fewest errors wins the game. And you got to feel like this is so true. Both teams have done a good job of shooting themselves in the foot. If one team could just play clean ball, you'd probably see a clear runaway favorite in this game.
Oh, I think you're absolutely right. But what is palpable is the energy in this building has intensified by a multiple. We're feeling fun. Everyone's enjoying the game tonight.
Great bump pass right there for Golden West, and Jose Ula Jr. slams it down and even had a little bit of swagger after, knowing what a big play that was. 17-15. Golden West serving to Orange Coast. Dug out by Van Buren and rejected. Jose Aula Jr. has said, I'm here to play, folks, and if you're not ready, Orange Coast, we're going to take game 2 from you. 18-15 Golden West.
Big statement made on that stop. Very important play. The smaller team making plays at the net now.
Great dig by Orange Coast and recovered nicely on the block, but there goes Orange Coast showing its size, and now you can really see these two teams are really starting to get into a war of the swagger and words. Both teams really looking to exert their dominance, neither team really prevailing.
Don't be alarmed, it's not an architectural flaw. The roof is being raised as we speak in Golden West College.
Absolutely, the intensity is picking up with each point passing, and there goes Jose Ayala Jr. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Brilliant shot there. The teammates really setting each other up, and the chemistry is gelling right now. 19-16 Golden West.
Golden West finally using their one big man and utilizing him, and he's setting the stage in game 2 here. But then on cue, Dylan Emery, stapling his name on this game already, continues another big block. 19-17. These two teams are like glue. You can't get past 3 points ahead of each other. It's not possible.
It is not happening tonight. He checked that ball for a handprint. He really branded that one.
He really did. Oh, Lopez with a sneak pass. What a brilliant play to catch the defense off guard. Phil Lopez, a spark plug, getting back in good graces with us.
Yeah, I think Golden West is scouting out some weaknesses in the OCC defense, and they're finding that they don't have to drive the ball hard. If they can find a spot that's more of a diagonal play and head it short, that really worked for Lopez right there.
Inadvertent. I believe we had an inadvertent whistle, Danny, and I think we were going to reset that play. I don't believe the referee thought the ball was going to get over the net, and it happened to find a way over.
That is what happened. So they had to reset that play.
Reset, and here's the bump pass, and nicely killed. Sam Jurgens, the freshman out of Palos Verdes, using all 6'1" of his frame to get up there long limbs and slam it down. 20-18, and now Van Buren serving for Orange Coast. There's the bump pass right there. Great recovery by Orange Coast with a dig. Overhead pass for Phil Lopez. Van Buren with yet another dig. Now we got volleys going on. Another deflection. Oh, she recovers. Oh, and a great drop pass. Michael Ensign just completely snuck that, but it was an illegal touch actually, Danny. That is Golden West point, 21-18. You have to properly hit the ball, and he grabbed it, then tossed it over. Illegal motion, Golden West point.
That's too bad. That really upset the brilliance of that strategy.
Absolutely. Overhead pass right here for Golden West. Denied by Rusty Sherry. Not the biggest guy on the floor, but man, this freshman out of Newport Harbor, using all 6'1" of his frame, showing his tremendous hopping ability to defend that play. 21-19, Orange Coast serving. Intensity picking up. There goes the overhead pass. Not well put together, but somehow Golden West gets the point. Great recovery there. Aaron Girardi showing his versatility and athleticism, going backwards to hit that ball and get it over the net, giving Golden West a 22-19 advantage and the serve.
Nice use of positioning there to contort his body, get the ball over for a key point.
Ball put into play, dug out by Orange Coast. The bump pass, that ball is out. He misses. Golden West point. It is 23-19. First 4-point lead of the night, I gotta say. And Golden West, this is where we talked about. You need to step up in these moments and win these games. Ball in play for Golden West, and there as on cue, as if I jinxed them, I apologize. Golden West with another unforced error into the net, 23-20. Now the guy you probably don't want with the ball, Dylan Emery, serving for Orange Coast. Let's see if Golden West can tighten it up and get this game. Nice dig, bump pass, no, the overhead pass, and Girardi with a great shot, but just misses. That's going to be a side out and Orange Coast point. Danny, that was close.
That was very close, 23-21. Golden West still holds a 2-point lead, but Girardi thought he had nailed that shot and finds out not to be.
That's going to be deep. Dylan Emery with one of his rare mistakes gives Golden West the ball 24-21 with the second chance in 2 games for Golden West to close out a game. Let's see if they can win this one. They let game 1 get away. Let's see if they can close game 2 with a victory.
Crowd shouting Barry for Barry Frizzling. Serves it up.
Van Buren with the setup. Rusty Seri with the spike, and that's going to be the game. He misses 25-21. The Rustlers bounce back in game 2, and wouldn't you know it, a rivalry game, nitty-gritty, 1-1 after 2. What do you think, Danny?
Throughout the record books when these two teams get together, that second game, Michael, was 100% better than the first, and we'll be back to talk about it a little bit more in just a minute. You're watching Golden West College Rustlers Volleyball.
I've been thinking about it, and I'm not gonna go to college.
What are you saying? You've got to go to college.
Well, they offered me a job, and I want to buy some new stuff, like a new phone, a car.
Son, college is much more important than a new car.
No, Mom, it isn't.
Yes, son, it is.
No.
Yes.
No, Mom. Anyways, it's my decision.
Your decision. Okay, well then decide what degree you're going to get, because you will go to college.
Their tomorrow depends on your words today. The Hispanic Scholarship Fund has the information you need to help your kids go to college.
Welcome back to Golden Rustlers Athletics. I'm Michael Jenkins here with Danny Hogger. We are just about to begin game number 3 of a rivalry game between Orange Coast and your Golden West Rustlers Athletics. And Danny, we got a tight one here, 1-1 after 2.
That's right. The Pirates actually took a 27-25 victory in the first, and the Rustlers took a convincing charge back in the second to make up ground and take a little bit of control. Now after the breather and the break, who's going to be here to take game 3?
Game 1, OC. Game 2, Golden West. To start game 3, it's the same theme. Orange Coast on the board first, 1-0. Great defensive block right there, and now they are serving. Sam Jurgens, one of their best servers, serving. Whoop, got an overhead pass there, and that's going to be Golden West points. We have a 1-1 game. I'm loving the energy early from Golden West. It's starting to look like they actually believe they are going to win this game convincingly now. I love the confidence.
And why not? The last thing you want to do is relinquish control that you established in the last game. Keep it rolling.
Great bump pass, but Golden West with the denial. Dylan Emery with the set. Here comes another one. Overhead pass, and that is finished. Jimmy Torromeo says, hey, I'm here to play 2 kills and as many chances, and now we have a 2-1 Golden West lead.
I like the way Torromeo adjusted his angle midair. He didn't try and get it immediately in front of the net, which is the average spike that you see. He decided that there was a gap he could aim for. He hit the mark, scored the point.
Well, right after Phil Lopez throws it into the net, so we have a 2-2 game with Dylan Emery serving. There's the overhead pass.
You'll notice Lopez is getting minutes from the start of the third game because he's earned it, Michael. He's been in there the first and second game. He's made an impact.
Absolutely. Dylan Emery right here serving the ball. 3-2 Orange Coast in game number 3. Dug out by Golden West with the bump pass. Defended nicely by Orange Coast. Rusty Seri knocks it over. There's a bump pass and a slam for Golden West. Jack Terry, the freshman from Eagle High School out of Idaho, of all places.
I think if you took a survey of the people who traveled the furthest to get here, he would win.
Absolutely. And the ball's in play. 3-3 early in game number 3. Rusty Seri with the attempted spike and denied by the net. No need for the Golden West defense there. Rusty Seri just couldn't get himself elevated enough at the angle he tried to put that ball. And the ball's back in play. 4-3 Golden West lead. Dylan Emery, that ball's long. And Golden West yet again with another point. That puts 3 in a row together early on for Golden West. 5-3. And I believe the referee just warned Jose Uala Jr. that he has to be careful with the trash talk he's got going on right now.
Rivalry game. What do we expect?
Van Buren with a nice recovery for Orange Coast. And another kill. Golden West really riding the momentum of last game into this one. Now up 6-3. They look confident, they look fresher, and they look ready to attack, which was all Orange Coast early on in this ball game.
And Aaron Girardi reveled in that one for a minute, taking a spin in celebration.
That was a great spike by Rusty Serra, but realistically, that's a mistake by Phil Lopez there. He just missed the ball, hit right at him. He just couldn't get his position to make the bump pass.
So much of tonight's games have been run and jump, but if the players would just get down on the ground more, they could save a few of these points.
And that's going to be a foul on Orange Coast. That is touching of the net on defense. That's a point going to Golden West. Now up 7-4. Jose Ula Jr. really getting in the heads of Orange Coast players. I'm enjoying watching this.
There's some strategy to be said in the game of sports of taking your opponent's mind off the game by putting it onto his mind.
Yeah, but then Van Buren says, hey, you didn't take my mind off this game. The best player for Orange Coast delivers. Now 7-5 after that great spike by Van Buren.
And let us not forget, volleyball is, of course, a team game. You got to pick each other up. You got to find the gaps and work together. Passing is just as important as these kill shots, and that was going to land in.
That was a tremendous serve. I fell for it, too. I clearly thought that was going out. Somewhat of a change-up serve. Just dropped it in, floated it into the back line there.
Yeah, that's sunk.
Here we go. Phil Lopez sets it up. And that is a sign of too much aggression. Golden West needs to realize to be excited, but to stay under control, and it's not how hard you can hit it, it's where you can hit it.
Game tied at 7.
Ball put into play, overhead pass, and that's more like it. That's Golden West volleyball right there with a nice overhead pass. The overhead pass has really killed Orange Coast early on in these affairs. 8-7, Orange Coast serving a poor dig by Golden West, but they do recover nicely. Another dig, overhead pass coming, and there's a great spike. Golden West really, like we talked about, Danny, they have really found a home at the angles on the floor against Orange Coast, not directly at them, but angling their shots.
Credit that last point to the server, Aaron Girardi, who went down to the ground, sacrificed for his team, kept the ball in play.
Oh, great dig. A great attempted dig, but Sam Juergens with a great kill there. Really put it down hard, and they couldn't recover. Ball went into the net. Golden West couldn't pick the ball out of it. Looks like we got to tighten up the net here. A lot of action going on.
For the first time in this game, the Pirates are in control. They take a 9-8 advantage with the game split 1 apiece. We are in the third game tonight, Friday, March 9th, a beautiful day in Southern California.
Beautiful day for a rivalry game, Danny.
It's always a beautiful day for a rivalry game.
9-8. The net has been fixed, I believe. They look like they're possibly still adjusting it. You have to make sure everything's up to par here.
It's got to be regulation. We don't want any claims of anything going wrong.
Absolutely not, especially when we have the size disadvantage. We want the net as high as possible on the other side for them.
Sure.
9-8, Orange Coast. Orange Coast is looking to engage in the trash talk now, so I'm interested to see who will win the battle. Van Buren is starting to bark over at Golden West now.
And Sam Juergens was trying to get a hold of the officials' attention to tell them how much Golden West was trash talking.
And then Jose Ula Jr., really the X factor in my opinion. Phil Lopez is the spark plug. Jose's been the X factor. He's gotten in their heads. He's had the big blocks and the big kills, and now he is serving 9-9, game 3. But he serves it right into the net. He knew it right out of the release. 10-9, Orange Coast. Unforced errors, Danny. That's going to do somebody in tonight. I'm just not sure who.
Ulu is going to take a seat after that mistake.
Here goes Van Buren with the serve for Orange Coast. Great serve, dug out nicely by Golden West. The bump pass recovered with a great dig by Orange Coast. Van Buren is rejected. Now we're starting to volley. Great defense being played here. Another great dig and a great defense right there. Golden West with a beautiful play. Jack Terry, we haven't said his name a lot, but the plays he has made have been very big.
He is a little bit fortunate, I'm going to say, on that play. Watch number 5. He was very close to touching that net twice. So back off a little bit, Jack. 10-10 tie.
Sometimes you got to straddle the line there, Danny. Ball put into play. Overhead pass for Phil Lopez and a terrific spike. And he had something to say afterwards to him. Man, and then now the referee has something to say to him.
If this net wasn't in the way to separate these teams, we might see a little scuffling, yeah. But it...
We'd really be in for a show, I believe, then. These two teams really showing the dislike for each other, really creating the passion. The fans are into it. Everybody's into this game. Ball recovered nicely by Van Buren, but then set up again. Orange Coast sets the overhead pass. Rusty Sari, the call is point. Oh, he must have gotten the back line. I thought it might have went a little bit long, but Rusty Sari with a deep ball. And since game one, Orange Coast has done a great job getting points in the back line.
They've been doing that consistently all night long, Michael. That's for sure. We've got an 11-11 tie.
And then a poor serve. I mean, that's really the theme of tonight's game so far. All three games have involved a lot of poor serving. Clear net misses into the net. It's 11-11. Phil Lopez serves. Almost hits it into the net. Overhead pass. Oh, great recovery. Nice dig. Overhead pass for Golden West. Ball set up. Dustin Emery. Oh, a little bit of a slip on that, but he recovers. They get it back over. Girardi, great job getting it back over for Golden West. Dustin Emery is rejected by Girardi. He's all over the place right now. This is the longest volley of the game. Miscommunication. Oh, Phil Lopez might have got away with the touch there. That looked like an illegal touch by Phil Lopez, but not called. It doesn't affect Orange Coast, though. Winning the longest volley of the night, hands down. It is now 12-12. Orange Coast will be serving the ball. Dustin Emery had no idea he was actually serving. He was at the front of the net.
It was an aggressive series, that last play. They went all the way from the front of the net to the back of the baseline.
Emery puts the ball in play. Nicely played by Golden West. Looked like Rusty Sari could have been called for a net touch there, but isn't. And the point is given to Orange Coast. 13-12, back and forth like we expected. Close games. Ball put into play by Dustin Emery. The overhead pass for Girardi, and Girardi puts a staple on that one. And the guy that we need in the game, Jose Ayula Jr., back in the game, our only real size guy. And, I mean, the only real trash talker, too. He's done a great job all around for this Golden West team.
The last play, Aaron Girardi, excellent when moving to his right. That is his strength. He was at the top of your screen. When he's pushing to his right, he's much more accurate than when he comes to the bottom of your screen and is working left.
A poor pass there by Van Buren gave Rusty Sari really no chance to get over there and put a nice hit on the ball. We got a 14-13 Golden West lead in the second half of game number 3, all knotted up at 1. Ball put into play. Golden West looking to recover. Great dig by Phil Lopez, set up for Girardi, who's denied. Michael Ensign, haven't said his name in a while, but the sophomore out of Corona Del Mar, 6'5", and there's that height advantage we talked about. You can't hit directly at him. You got to find the angles.
As the endurance and depth of the roster comes into play, we see much better teamwork developing on the Rustler side.
Overhead pass for Golden West, deflected back, set up nicely. The overhead pass for Van Buren, but Van Buren with yet again another unforced error. Van Buren really started the game out hot, but has had some trouble in game 2 and 3, more so than we thought he would see out of this guy.
Down out of the first row of the crowd, you're hearing a lot of chants for he touched the net, trying to call the officials' attention because there is a lot of contact going on in the front line.
There really is, and they're letting them play, and that's the great thing about rivalry games. Sometimes you really let more play than they should, and that's going to be on the line, they say. Van Buren with a really close one. I thought that ball was out if Girardi's ball got out. I don't know how that ball got in, but that makes it 15-15. Heading down the second half stretch of game number 3 right now, and poorly played. That was an easy serve. That was one of the worst unforced errors we've seen of the night so far. Golden West down 16-15. Austin Bagby serving. Phil Lopez puts the ball up. The bump pass for Iola Jr. recovered by Sari, who leaves it for Emery, and he hits it wide. That is going to make it 16-16. Could you ask for a more intense game to start off out here, Danny?
I don't think so. When you think a rivalry game is going to be close and you anticipate that, you don't see it teeter-tottering back and forth like this.
How about Girardi? Aaron Girardi really letting himself be known here in game 3 and taking over. That's a deep ball that froze the OC defense. 17-16 with the ace. Here comes the overhead pass for Van Buren, deflected, and that's going to be a point. Girardi laying out, couldn't get to it. Great effort, though. We have as a 17-17 tie. 1 point here, 1 point there. Well, this is really the time to talk about. Need those 3-point stretches to open it up.
Yeah, usually we think of volleyball as a game of runs where one team will consistently drive out and a little chase, a little give, a little take. We're just seeing give, take, give, take, give, take. We're seeing a bunch of points. No one all night has gotten more than 3 points on multiple occasions. It's happened once or twice this game.
And Michael Ensign tries to go to the well one too many times. First time effective, second time he misses. That puts it 18-18. Jose Ayula Jr. is going to be serving right now with a chance at some crucial points right now. This is where you need to separate and create a gap. Ball's put into play. Seri with the bump. The overhead pass for Van Buren deflected. Girardi with a great layout and save. Phil Lopez with the spike and kill and the point. 19-18. Great job by Girardi to save that ball and to give Lopez a chance for the kill.
I'll call your attention to something. If you check out the top of your screen, notice that the Rustlers on the sidelines are all holding clipboards and taking notes. OCC is standing as you would normally see players stand and watch. Just something to take note of.
One Golden West player falls down, but Phil Lopez goes up for the kill. Look at Van Buren, shows the excitement and even shows the fist pump. Phil Lopez is screaming he touched the net, and it kind of looked like he did, in my opinion.
What he was also saying was to get the OCC fans to stop chattering, waving his hands like a mouth there, and this game is intense, Michael.
Absolutely love rivalry games. 19-19, Van Buren serving. Great serve, but recovered nicely by Golden West. And that's going to be Golden West point, 20-19, and this marks 3 straight games where Golden West has touched 20 before Orange Coast has. Ball put into play for Golden West. Dug out nicely. The bump pass for Dustin Emery, and he had been quiet for a while, but you can't keep a striker like that down for too long.
No, you can't, Michael. The nail that stands up will be struck down, and that one was to tie the game. That was an absolute power shot.
Absolutely. 20-20, Orange Coast serving. Girardi sets it up, the overhead pass, and that's a kill. Phil Lopez, the spark plug, he's a whole lot of everything. He's really good, he's really bad, but he brings it every time.
That's one way to put it. It's interesting to watch because he's working harder to compensate for the size and power disadvantage. He's working hard out there.
Look at the dig by him now. Phil Lopez, great dig. Here comes Emery trying again. Lopez again with the save. Set up nicely for Girardi, who is rejected, and the recovery by Golden West. Big point, they both know it too. Phil Lopez with the touch pass over. Emery gives a third try, and this time he finally does win the battle with Phil Lopez. Dustin Emery and Phil Lopez put on a battle right there. This time, Dustin Emery with the win. 21-21. Emery will now be serving for Orange Coast. This is crucial time right now.
Maybe we can clear out the other 5 players on each team, have a little one-on-one right now.
Absolutely. All that work for Dustin Emery, and then he hits it into the net. Huge freebie there for Golden West. Gives them a 22-21 advantage, and they're serving with one of their best servers up right now. Cody, clear to be Cody Tobar, one of the fan favorites here for Golden West, hoping for a big serve right now.
He's got that Pistol Pete Maravich haircut. I think that's one of the reasons.
He really does know how to distribute the rock. And a great dig right there by number 3 for Golden West. Looks like he may be a little bit hurt, but he's okay. And it's denied. And Golden West goes up 23-21 following Jimmy Torromeo's huge block of Rusty Seri. Timeout, Orange Coast.
Jimmy Torromeo just made a statement there. The Rustler fans loved it. The OCC fans did not, but either way, an outstanding play. One of the most energy-filled plays we've had so far.
Absolutely. Not to mention, what another great game. 23-21 late in game number 3 of the rubber match, 1-1 right now. And Golden West really, at this point could be serving for the match. If they wouldn't let game 1 get away, 2 points away from winning the whole thing.
Pressure point of the night coming up right now.
Nonetheless, they're 1 for 2 in those pressure moments.
Right.
This is a big one. I think if they capitalize and win this game, they win the next. If they lose this game, I easily could see them getting steamrolled and losing the next game and losing the match.
It is a pivotal point so far on this Friday night matchup.
This is a time where Golden West can transform into the team they want to be instead of the team they have been in the years past. Mediocrity can leave right now and greatness can enter. Here goes OC with the overhead pass to Emery, who gets the point. He is such a big body out there, really making a big difference. And now we have a 23-22 game. Rusty Seri serving for Orange Coast. This is a huge defensive stand needed right now for Golden West to get this point. Ball over. Phil Lopez sets it up. Overhead pass. And a little baby dinker. That's got to be a touch foul. Oh, and they're saying that he touched the net on that play for Golden West. going to be Orange Coast. What a turn of events. I thought it was going to be 24-22. Instead, 23-23. Timeout Golden West. For the rest that have let them play so much all night, that was a real tic-tac call.
I agree with you. That was a real 180 because the team in the play had continued a little bit of a late whistle, and he didn't even whistle. It was just a gesture there, and we have a 23-point tie for both sides. It was really big. I mean, Golden West was putting together quite an offensive slurry there.
And that ball dropped, so they would have had the point there. It would have been 24-22 Golden West, and they would have been serving for the win. Nonetheless, though, the facts are it's 23-23, and Orange Coast is serving. But if you're Golden West, all you need is a defensive stand here and 1 point on the next serve, and you win this game. 2 points. If any team can get 2 in a row right here, we got us a winner.
Fans are ready. Let's do it.
Phil Lopez sets it up. The overhead pass for Girardi denied, but Lopez with the dig sets it up. Torromeo and the point. Absolutely, it is 24-23. And Golden West has a chance to serve for the win. We talked about it, 2 points in a row. This is their chance. Referee's doing a little bit of discussion, but the head judge has made his decision. Golden West does get the point. Be a little pick-me-up from the previous call, Danny. You know, makeup calls have known to have been made before.
Pirates head coach Travis Turner wasn't happy with that call, and he was imparting a little bit of last-minute wisdom before this serve.
Barry Frisley with the serve over. A poor dig by Golden West, but Van Buren stepping up when OC needs him the most. Orange Coast loves it. Van Buren loves it. Now we are 24-24, looking to head into extras yet again. Second time in 3 games. Orange Coast serves it up. Lopez with the set. Overhead pass right there and rejected by Orange Coast. 25-24, Orange Coast has a chance with Austin Bagby serving for the win when we come off of this timeout break by Golden West. Oh, what a turn of events, Danny. My emotions are up and down with this game.
Sam Jurgens really extended himself like a vertical fence there, was not letting the ball get through. Watch as we progress here. OCC has deliberately changed their formation when they are serving. They have 3 guys up in the center, and they're not extending to the sidelines. They're right in the middle. We're going to take another look at it so you can see exactly what I'm talking about here. Look at the 3 guys right there, and they rotate to the corners. And that's what's been going on so far. In the last 5 points, I've noticed this consistently. 3 men in the middle, then they all rotate to the corners when the ball's returned. Better chance of blocking the shot. It worked there. Big point for the Pirates.
You know, I know it's a risky time to call for it, but I'd love to see a little dump pass over the defenders right now because they've really left the middle, like you said, to go to the corners. A little dump to the middle, feel like there's a home for it. We'll find out. 25-24, Golden West on the defensive, hits it over, and it is touched by a defender, and that is deflected over. It is 25-25. Biggest point of the game right there for Golden West, knowing that they needed it or they would have been down 2-1. Now the serve for Golden West. The ball's over. Orange Coast sets it up with the overhead pass for Emery, and nobody's there for Golden West. Inexcusable. No middle defense, and the name we've said all night, Dustin Emery. Kill after kill. Puts Orange Coast 1 point away from victory. Michael Ensign with the serve. Lopez with the set up a bump pass for Jose, and there's the call I said. The dump pass in the middle. Jose Ayala Jr. must have heard me. It is now 26-26.
It's quite possible he'll be crediting you after the game tonight, I'm sure.
Always cite your sources, folks. Here goes Jose Ayala Jr. putting the ball over. Set up. The bump pass. Oh, that's touched twice by Jack Terry. Great job defensively to stop it, but then it hits him in the face, and that's a point automatic for Orange Coast. And not a place you want to be if you're Golden West with Van Buren, OC's best player, serving for the win in game number 3. Here we go, Van Buren with the serve. A hard serve at that. The overhead pass, and that's touched. We are back and forth. This might be that game that you talked about going into the 30s, Danny. It is now 27-27, and our guy, Jimmy Torromeo, is back in, and it looks like he's brought his energy with him. A lot of barking going on between the teams right now, setting up position. Girardi with the overhead serve. Over for Dustin Emery. Oh, what a wonderful save by Golden West. I didn't think they had it. Rusty Sari touched. That ball's going up. Oh, and that's going to be an illegal touch. After what a wonderful save. Ryan Radera has really had some costly errors late in game 1. Now in game 3. And OC's up 28-27 with a chance to win. Touched up. It's going to be the overhead pass for Lopez. And that ball is out, though. Defended well by Orange Coast, but couldn't keep it in play. 28-28. Could you ask for any more in a rivalry game, Danny?
You just can't tell what's going to happen next, Michael. You just can't.
Phil Lopez puts the ball into play. Overhead for Dustin Emery, who has just continually come off the corner and slammed balls down. Now 29-28, and now Dustin Emery is serving for the win. Dylan Emery on that. I keep trying to call him Dustin. It's just because he is slamming so hard. Ball in play. Overhead right there for Girardi. Deflected. Reset by number 14 to Rusty Sari with the dump pass. The layout for Golden West. Ball put back up. Sari again with the try. Dug out nicely. Here goes Girardi. And he hits it deep, and that's Orange Coast 29. Make it 30-28, and the victory in game 3. Golden West has to be feeling horrible right now at the end of 3 games. It is 2-1 Orange Coast. Could easily have said, folks, this is the game. It could be 3-0 sweep for Golden West.
Ryan Radera, when he passed by the official on the ladder, he had words to say. He was shaking his head still from 4 points ago. You got to let that go because we're moving on, and it's 2-1 Pirates. We'll be back with more volleyball action. Golden West College Rustlers.
Wakey, wakey. Text me back. Hey, did you tell your parents about us? Let's skip first period together. Did you get all my texts? Is practice over yet? Where are you at? Are you with your friends? That's L-A-A-A-A-M-M-E-E-E. Capital X, lowercase o, capital X, lowercase o. I love you. JK, I hate you. JK. Are you ignoring me? We're in a huge fight right now. Is this something I did? I can see your lights on. I'm coming over. What'd you dream about? Me? I'm lonely. Holla back. Holla back. Let's try something new. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
Welcome back to Golden West men's volleyball action. My apologies, I lost my voice there, Danny. I just lost it from all the excitement we've had in the first 3 games here. Closely contested. Golden West is now in a position where they have to win this next game, Danny. What do they need to do to win it?
Well, I think what we saw in the last game, they finally reduced the unforced errors. That's a big point of the game because that is going to allow you to execute and give yourself a chance to win. They fixed that, and then when we got to the clutch situation, they'd been the first one to gain the advantage and get close to the finish every game so far, but they just couldn't execute. And there you saw the force of OCC for the first time becoming a turning point. When they powered the ball through, it was successful, it was indefensible, and the teamwork of Golden West wasn't enough to rally in time. They lost that game.
Absolutely. If you're a Golden West fan, you have to be a little bit disheartened. 3 games in a row, you've touched 21st. You've only won 1 of them. You let the other 2 slip away. This could have easily been a victorious sweep of your rivals. Now your back's against the wall. Have to come out, play smart, play fundamentally sound. You're undersized, you're underpowered. Play as a team and show that you can beat them in every sense, not just one way.
That's very true, Michael. I think that is, in essence, the battle that we've seen so far, the reasons for the victories and the reasons for the losses.
You know, when you're a gritty team like Golden West, you can't play to the power of your opponents. You have to play your game and not focus on what they're doing. And right now, big plays need to be made by Golden West, especially Ryan Radera. He's really hurt this team in crucial moments. Whether or not he touched that ball twice or not, he's had rough moments when they need him the most, and he's supposed to be their rock, their center of that defense, and he has really let them down today. So let's see if he can recover. You know, there's still time 2 wins in a row by Golden West wins you, and you get out of this building with a win. Here we'll see Van Buren starting up game number 4 with the serve. The bump pass set up, but rejected. OC all night long has had frontline defenders deflecting balls. It's really been a big impact on this game. Whether or not they get the points, they have guys deflecting them and making guys defer to find the angles. Van Buren puts it back into play. We're going to try this again. Same result. Jack Terry, this is no longer Idaho. You're going to have to step your game up. It is now 2-0, and that steamroll effect I mentioned last time, Danny, seems to be at the front hold right now. You can really see that Orange Coast can see the finish line and taste victory, and they want to take it to Golden West and beat them on the road.
The caution light is on for the Rustlers.
Van Buren with the serve. And that is going to be in play off of the basketball court. Ball put back into play. The overhead pass for Van Buren. He slams it down and does a flex for Golden West. Golden West looking a little disheartened. Coach takes a timeout, and a wise one at that. Talk about coming out flat. They look like they have been demoralized by these late losses that they know they should have won, Danny, and hopefully they can recover right now, because if they continue to play the way they are, this is going to be a steamrolled 4th game, and we're going to be out of here quickly.
And we've talked about the importance of the 3-point runs all night. That's why Coach is taking the timeout. Tim Johnson, he wants to talk to his guys and explain to them not to let this get out of hand. This is a winnable night. You don't have to give up because of the disappointing finish of the last game.
Yes, if you're Tim Johnson right now, you just tell him, hey, let's go out there, play smart, let's win the last 2 games, and then at the end of the day, we look back and say, hey, we should have won all 5. Instead, we got some more experience, and we won in 5.
I have to ask, if the Rustlers are on the sidelines, they're keeping their minds engaged with the clipboards, but I would rather see them hands-free, focused on the energy of the game rather than the strategy of the game right now.
Absolutely, because by the time you're in game 4, your strategies are pretty much figured out. You know, you knew what they were doing early. You know what they've done late. You change accordingly. There's not much more. You need those guys hyping up your men. You know, it's all a team effort here, like we said. And that's a touch over the net by Rusty Sari. I've been calling that all night. He's been getting away with it, going completely over the net. This time he's finally called for it. It is now 3-2 after the timeout. They look like Golden West has finally recomposed itself. Let's hope they can stay this way. Rusty Sari trying again for the kill. Rodero with the great save. Girardi late back there, gonna set it up for Dylan Emery, and that is rejected by Golden West. Jack Terry, who had a rough start to this 4th game, but with a huge block. And now talk about 3-point swings, right? 3 points OC, 3 points Golden West. Not really a surprise the way they played tonight. Back and forth, back and forth.
Excellent use of the timeout.
Great dig right there. Phil Lopez from the back hitting it over. Oh, the bump pass is set up, and Sam Jurgens elevating using that 6'1" frame like we talked about. He's a great vertical fence, great vertical striker.
Very much so. There was nothing you can do about that. If he's going to get that angle and he's going to shoot down at you, you're just not going to have a chance to get the ball back. Absolutely true.
Great dig by Rodera. And Jack Terry with a phenomenal, almost of an overhand scoop of that ball. That's very close to a foul, but he gets away with it. We'll take it if you're a wrestler fan. We have a 4-4 game, and now Jack Terry is serving, looking to give Golden West their first lead in the 4th game. Right there, Van Buren sets it up. The bump pass is slammed down. That is too easy. Golden West defense needs to do a better job at getting Jose Ayula Jr. into the middle to at least have them adjust their shot. 5-4, Orange Coast. Dylan Emery was serving. Ball's going to get back over. The overhead to Rusty Sari is deflected, but recovered well nicely by Golden West. The overhead drops back. That ball's still live, played off the net by Orange Coast. Dylan Emery sets it over. Jose Ayula Jr. with the overhead pass. And the ball is still, it looked like the ball was live, but they're calling it, said it hit the ground. From our angle, we really couldn't tell. Geronimo really tried to play it off if it did hit the ground. He sold me, but not the referee. It is now 6-4 Orange Coast. Orange Coast has a 2-1 lead in game number 4 and a 2-point lead in this game. Dylan Emery hits it into the net. he has been consistent at making sure he puts it into the net at least one time a game.
I'm really surprised by now that he hasn't made an adjustment and just tried to lighten it up a little bit. It's not like they've been scoring aces tonight, Michael. They've been scoring off of large strikes, but not by large serves.
Absolutely, I would completely agree with you, but that kill instinct that OC has been their own downfall, in my opinion. Without it, I don't know how close this game would be with the size advantage and the power advantage they have. If they were playing fundamentally sound, it'd be hard-pressed for me to say that Golden West would beat Orange Coast.
Aaron Girardi just lost cell phone service. He went so far outside of his territory.
Can you hear me now? Aaron Girardi cannot. But a great recovery there by Golden West, and now we have yet again a back-and-forth affair, 6-7. Golden West really needing to string some points along here. You can't just keep nitpicking. We need sets of 3. Not one here, one there, and that is not going to get it done. That's one of the worst serves we've seen all night. Girardi with a unforced error. Very uncharacteristic for a guy that's played so well tonight.
One of the unfortunate timing aspects of the game, too, is they're making mistakes after good plays. It's not like they've been building multiple bad plays. It's make a great play, then set it back completely.
Absolutely. Phil Lopez with the near kill. But Van Buren misses himself, and we talked about it. It's a story that's been there all night. Unforced errors by each team. Really, they're just seeing who cannot beat themselves. That's what we're playing right now, and that's the rivalry. You know, you're so pent up on winning that you make errors you normally don't make because of the intensity of the game. The crowd's into it. The players are into it. The barking's going on. We have an 8-8 tie in Game 4 of one of the most contested matches you'll see all year. Ball put into play by Golden West. Nice save by Van Buren with the dump, but it is denied by Golden West defenders. Something we're very welcome to seeing. Deflected, recovered. Ayola Jr. with the set back up. Great job by Golden West recovering there. Reset, gets them in on the front line, and that was a sneak pass by Michael Ensign. One of those ones that's hard to call because a lot of times you get called for the foul there because it's a quick touch. You have to make sure it's not a legal touch, and that time he got away with it. So 9-8 Orange Coast serving. Michael Ensign serving right now. Ball comes over. Lopez with the set. The overhead right there. And slammed down. That's what we like to see. Weston Carrico, we haven't really said his name since Game 1. Great to see him adding to what we need from a team event for us to win. We need everybody playing.
Contributions from every player on this team are going to be necessary if the Rustlers stand to make a chance.
Ball
or have a chance to make a stand.
Right there. And that ball is going to stay in. And Weston Carrico riding a nice streak now. That's two winners in a row for him. And now we're up 10-9. See if we can get that three-point swing that we talked about. This would be huge right now. Ball put in play. Van Buren with the mistake, and there it is. Van Buren really sloppy since Game 1. He's had some nice moments, but he's had a lot of unforced errors he's committed himself, making an 11-9 game right now. Carrico really the beneficiary, getting 3 straight points for himself. Ball back over, goes right